Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ilinden Sports Centre for this NPL Men's New South Wales clash between Sydney United and Rockdale Ilinden. Two teams looking to get back on their winning trail after a couple disappointing results over the last few weeks. Keep going. Rockdale Ilinden last week were defeated by Spirit. su favoriti? Ostalo je 5 kola. A ove su tu prošle sedmice 6-3. Bilo bi lepo. Baš bi bilo fenomen skoro jer niko nije očekivao da jedino sam ja rekao da očekujem da će biti Apija i Rockdale su na iste bilo je 4-0 po vremenu. I Rockdale dao 2 gola kasno. Super je, još ako si na suncu, tu je ulično. Ne, ali ovo je... Zato sam mislio ono sunce će da udara biće, ovo nije ni na auto. Ja brzim vjetar, više ne može. Kišu mogu podnijeti, zemlju, vjetar. Ajte da kupite te zimske opremu i to nas je spasilo. Zadnji put kad smo mi bili, zadnji put da je sneg pao za Novu godinu u Beogradu. Bilo je minus 24. Ja se sjećam više, dakle, jedno moje razraze, živim u Veštanima, krećemo se tamo kao penjamo kod njega ostali svakom bilo sve snijeg pao. Jeba se penješ gore kupili zimske ove zimske. Privepu mi opet bilo opet ponavljamo mi. Čak sam i do Slovenije bio, ono mi je Da, Sivo.
Ljubljana centar to je jedino što valja vidjeti i gotovi nema. Lijepa manje gradiće u Srbu, Austriju, Njemačku gradu.
Da.
Nacrtane, to je to.
Pomislio se, mi smo vozili iz Ljubljane, zato što nije bio let Zagreb, pa su morali ići, moji su svi djeci, pa smo išli do Ljubljane avionom i onda autom za Rijeku, to je sat i vremena. Kad se spuštaš dole, to je takva lepota, još sneg pada oko tebe, prelepo je bilo.
Geografija je studija,
Da, meni priča sad došao mi zec se vratio, tamo ja ga baš bilo sferama, po karijeri ovoga. Samo jedan čovjek koji neće da radi, je okej, radi, će nek radi, što nek radi. Ovdje najveći labor, sve
šta radi ona gradska
ali kažem što se sudja izradio sa sobom, biografija njegova, fantastična. To bude poluvreme. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 25 of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Again, with so much on the line for both of these two teams as Rockdale Ilinden host Sydney United. Ilinden, whose hopes of a premiership hang by a thread, and a defeat here will all but seal their fate. They'll have to be content with a top 4 spot rather than fighting out for the premiership with the rounds that remain. And of course, after this game, there are only 5 games left in this incredible season we've had so far in 2025. Sydney United at the other end, well, they're through to the round of 16 in the Australia Cup after defeating the Northern Tigers 1-0 midweek. And wouldn't they like to put a nice end to their current league season? A win here imperative for them to keep chasing pace with the top 6. They currently sit just outside the top 6. And if they aren't able to pick up the 3 points here, at least for this week, they will be outside of the finals positions. Both teams also, I guess you could say, in a spot of poor form. Rockdale only one win in their last 4 games, that one coming away at Blackdown City a few weeks ago now. 3-1 victory on that occasion. Aside from that, 4 weeks ago they lost here to the Sutherland Sharks by 2-1. And as mentioned previously, they defeated Blackdown 3-1. 2 consecutive defeats then, and 10 goals conceded in their last 2 games. First, a 4-1 defeat against Apia Leichhardt here. And then last week, that incredible performance from Northwest Sydney Spirit, which we thought they couldn't repeat. We'll get to that a little later, where they defeated Rockdale by 6-3 at Christie Park. Sydney United at the other end, well, they haven't won in 5, and Hunter Juric will be hoping his team can turn that around. They looked set to do that last week. They were 2-0 to the good against Apia and well in control of that game for about 60 minutes, and then 2 goals in literally 60 seconds from the home side meant that Sydney United would have to settle for a point. And we'll talk some more about this premiership race in a moment. First, we'll go through the lineups for you, and Rockdale has rung the changes, some forced, others tactical. In goals, number 20, Ronan Mulgrew. Number 6, Isaac Danzo. Number 7, Alek Urushevsky. Number 9, Moody Najjar. Number 10, Brendan Chalakian. Number 11, Lachlan Constable. Number 14, Braden Sorge. Number 18, Jerry Skotadis. Number 22, Blake Rashuda. Number 23, Oliver Pufflet. And number 88, Chris McStay. And a heavy challenge there by Tomilic on Chalakian. Chalakian, who is so important to Rockdale Ilinden, one of their key players without a doubt. I feel that he doesn't get the plaudits he deserves enough of throughout the season. And usually the only time Rockdale are kept at bay is when Brendan Chalakian is well marked. The Sydney United lineup: in goals, number 21, Vedran Janjetovic. Number 3, Bailey Rule. Number 4, Adrian Vlastelica. Number 5, Anthony Tomilic. Number 10, Carlos De Oliveira. Number 13, Finn Ballard McBride, who comes in place of Jennings. Number 14, Liam McGing, who comes in place of Anthony Kilic and Matt Hatch. Number 17, Michael Glasick. Number 19, Aidan Milicevic. Number 23, Mason Wells. And number 28, Marko Arambasic. Arambasic, who found himself in the team of the week last week after a solid performance. Worked extremely hard in that front line. Didn't get himself on the score sheet, but definitely created problems for the Apia defence. And going back to that premiership race now. First, let's see what Lockie Constable can do here. Some fine feet here from him. Ball back for Danzo. Finds the pass, and now Chalakian blocked off there. Well defended from Michael Glasick. Rule manages to keep that in and plays it square for an on-running De Oliveira. Oliveira goes down, but no whistle. Here's Chalakian. Tomilic working hard and good feet there from Skotadis, and good hands from Paul D as well. Rockdale Ilinden coach, showing his reflexes are still there, and he's fully recovered from shoulder surgery that he had after his stint on the Survivor. Ball pass there by Ballard McBride, intercepted by Rockdale's left back, Moody Najjar. Unusual seeing Moody Najjar operating as the left back and going on a fantastic run here, Najjar, but before just going out there, goes out for a goal kick. It'll give us a moment to speak about the incredible premiership race we have on our hands. And last week, Spirit really hit the headlines with a phenomenal performance against Rockdale. And many thought that it wasn't going to be repeated the week after, not just because of tired legs and the rest of what you'd expect. They ended up putting up an absolute clinic yesterday at the Palace and defeated Marconi by 5-0 as Blake Rashuda's robbed here by De Oliveira, but offside was Arambasic, and Marco Arambasic should have left that for Mason Wells. I'm not sure why he ended up reacting toward that ball with Mason Wells coming in from behind. Could have been a good opportunity there for the visitors. And back to David Perkovic and Northwest Sydney Spirit. I haven't seen, over all my years, including as a youngster, watching all the way back in the National Soccer League, Marconi be dismantled like that at home, even through some of their toughest and darkest times. A historical win for Spirit, it has to be said. One that puts them 3 points ahead at the top of the table and 6 points ahead of Rockdale. And that is why it is so important that Rockdale gets the 3 points here today, because with 5 games to go, closing the gap of 6 points for them will be almost impossible, particularly the form that Spirit's in. First, though, they have to defend this corner. Cross comes in toward the back post. Tomilic is there. Najar made a nuisance of himself, and the slice clearance falls to De Oliveira. He lifts it up high, and Sorge will need to deal with this. Glassick flew in, but Sorge did enough. Here's Chalakian. Plays it forward. Last touch there coming off Milicevic. Denzo back for Rashudo. Najar. Rashudo plays it forward, headed away by Rule. Strong challenge there coming together between Rashudo and De Oliveira. Just a talking to for Rashudo. Rule for De Oliveira. Plays it wide for Ballard McBride. Intercepted by McStay. You may be hearing a bit of the wind through our microphones. It is absolutely blowing a gale here at Ilinden Sports Centre, in particular in our position up here. Not a very cold afternoon, but definitely a very windy afternoon, and I'm sure there'll be some effect on the way these two play, particularly with high balls. Could create problems for both the defence and goalkeepers, as Chalakian manages to turn away from De Oliveira. Here's Najar. Square for Denzo. McStay feeds the pass through for Chalakian, and Najar advanced, but Rule should get there. And I'm not quite sure how that's not a corner. Bailey Rule most definitely got the final touch there. And Paul D asking the question of the fourth official as well, but I don't think he'll get the answer he likes. Goal kick for United. That'll be taken by Janjetovic. Here's Rule. Danzo battling away with Wells, but falls the way of Rule. United throw. Last touch coming off for Rockdale player. Sorge clears it forward, or holding up there in the wind. And again, And in trouble there is Constable. Arambasic driving through in a jar. Came through the side of him, and another call that doesn't go will come from the referee. Both teams very unhappy with a few decisions at the moment. Definitely not happy, both teams. First United for not getting the free kick, and then Rockdale for the throwing going the other way. And Tomilic and Glassick getting in each other's way. Got lucky there. Here's Tomilic again, heads it out, but only as far as McStay. Both teams really struggling to get a handle of the ball at the moment. Here's Mason Wells, someone that can get a handle of the football. Dangerous ball in, and the clearance as well. Shank there from Sorge, goes out for a corner, and United have another chance to put Brennan Mulgrew under a bit of pressure. Of course, no Nick Soros, who injured his calf last week. He's not too far from a return though, so that'll be a welcome sign for Paul D and his side. Corner comes in now from Wells, and it's a tough ball in, and headed away only as far as Ballard McBride, and Arambasic lifts that one well high and wide of the target. Difficult ball to deal with for Mulgrew. Perfectly delivered from Mason Wells, and Rockdale survived that. And you've got to feel that United will try to use that to their advantage and put the youngster under a lot of pressure. Sorge gives the ball away, one back by Constable, and now falls the way of the top marksman Urushevsky, whose shot is blocked. Rule manages to get the pass forward, but couldn't find a teammate. Instead, across came Rashudo and picked up the loose ball. Chalakian's flick didn't work out there. Good challenge there from Chalakian, and Rashudo coming up and clearing away. Glassick strong in the challenge there with Urushevsky. Now the ball falls for Rockdale. Again, neither side still able to really get a handle of the ball. You've got to think that the conditions here are playing a part in that. There you go, another pass given away. Rashudo now driving through midfield, continues his run, and now he gives the ball up. Neither side able to keep it. Have to kick it out here. I think Militric has gone down here. Collided with Rashudo. Sydney FC have taken the lead against the Mariners. 4 games today. Mount Jordan Apia continuing theirs after a blackout last night at Popondetta Park. The lights went out and they're continuing their game. I think it was from the 15th minute. They've played 30 now. 0-0 at Popondetta. St. George host Blackdown City. No goals there either. So the sole goal coming at Plume Park. Sydney FC taking the lead after 11 minutes. On Friday night, the action kicked off with Manly United defeating the Western Sydney Wanderers by 3-2. And yesterday, a bit of a shock at Seymour Shaw as the Wollongong Wolves beat Sutherland 3-1. Sydney Olympic in a gritty 2-1 win over St. George City. And the one that took everyone by surprise, Spirit defeating Marconi at the Palace by 5-0. Vlasic will take the free kick for United. Adam Basic and Najjar coming together. Danzo searching for Urushevsky, and Vlasic will need to deal with this and clears it out. Urushevsky to take the long throw and trying to catch United out here. Constable on the volley into the hands of Janjetovic. Vlastelica. Forward for Ballard McBride. And De Oliveira releases him with a bit of space here for Ballard McBride, and still driving forward. There was a slight push in the back from Chris McStay that went unpunished. Constable. Forward for Skotadis. Searching for Urushevsky, but poor cross in the end, easily collected by Janjetovic. Thankfully, today, quite a few clouds in the sky, so we know how hard it is for viewers at home to see the game comfortably when the sun is shining directly at the camera. But when there's no sun, then we've got to contend with the wind, which thankfully, at home, you don't have to deal with. Adam Basic flicks it on. Danzo plays it back to Rashudo. Here's Najjar. Square for Chalakian, and now Rockdale just trying to keep the ball a little. As I said, I don't think either side's made more than 5 consecutive passes. Rockdale trying to do that now. Here's Constable. Najjar. Chalakian ahead of him. Constable saying he doesn't have any options. Rashudo has to go forward himself. Fouled there by Milicevic, who was waiting for it. Was Rashudo, intelligent experience from him. Najjar back for Rashudo. Ball forward now for Danzo in a good area. Cleared away by Wells, only as far as Constable, who just managed to get it out to McStay. Here he is again. Skotadis wide for Najjar. Cross comes into the area, and shank clearance this time from the captain Vlastelica. Sorge heads it down for Rashudo. Bit of some extended pressure here now from the home team. First time that either side has been able to put some pressure on the opposition. Long throw comes in from Urushevsky, and Janjetovic comes and claims comfortably. Rashudo and Vlastelica came together in the box. Central pass for Milicevic, and Rashudo working hard to get back. Chasing him down, and Sorge with a strong challenge, but Ballard McBride rode that. Kept possession. Here's Rule now. Wells forced back and finds his captain Vlastelica. do well to keep that in and unable to. Goal kick for Rockdale. Interestingly, Ronan Mulgrew's goalkeeper coach, Angelo Cosmatos, is situated directly behind his young goalkeeper, and obviously giving him instructions, positive feedback, trying to ensure he transitions a little easier and has a bit more confidence. Definitely something that United will try and exploit. Oh, great feet there from Skotadis. Cut it back and couldn't find the teammate. Excellent work from him there. Constable beats De Oliveira. Cross comes in, but too close to Janjetovic. Nice turn there from Wells, but Najjar used his body to keep Wells away. Square pass for Rashuda. Rashuda drives forward, plays it square here for Najjar. Nice combination there. Najjar now drives into the area. Moody Najjar, I think he went direct for goal there. Him and Skotadis combined well here down the left, and Najjar creating some problems for the City United defence. Really troubling Vedran Janjetovic on that occasion. Next Saturday, Rockdale travel to Wanderers Football Park to take on the Western Sydney Wanderers on a very special day for them. Their club is known as Rockdale Ilinden. And next week, on the 2nd of August, is Ilinden, or St. Elijah's Day, celebrated in Macedonia as a cultural and religious holiday. So a big day for them. Wouldn't they like to get the 3 points here and go into that one still in the battle for the premiership? City United in action on Sunday at City United Sports Centre. They take on St. George Saints as Wells shows some class there with a touch. And again, I've got to put it down to the conditions and the wind. Neither team are able to create anything at the moment. Sorge for Chalakian. Now Skotadis, has looked very lively and dangerous for the home side, and see what Urushevsky was trying to do here, but didn't quite work out for him. Skotadis finds the pass and flicks it over for Urushevsky, and the ball just ran away from him. I think they took a touch there. I thought it came off Glasek in the end, the slightest of touches, but the referee says no. De Oliveira. Combined with McGing, who's been pretty quiet so far. Most of United's attacks coming down this right side. And Urushevsky there, he could be in trouble here. It looked as though he stepped on, I think it's Vlastelica on the far side. He's got a yellow card, has Urushevsky, but he's coming over as well now to Vlastelica. It was a late challenge and there were some afters, and we know historically this fixture has provided some fireworks. Alek Urushevsky, very, very lucky there. Definitely looked as though something came after. What it was, I'm not quite sure. And the Speranza brothers here just discussing it between themselves, both out injured at the moment. Robbie showing to his little group of people around him how Urushevsky tried to step over Vlastelica, and if you ask Robbie Speranza, he was just trying to step over him, no intent whatsoever. I'm surprised he was able to show that, Robbie Speranza, considering he had an ACL surgery. It means the knee's beginning to work. I expect to see him back on the football pitch next season. Unfortunately, suffered that ACL tear after just recovering from one at the end of last season. His brother Giorgio, also on the injured list, should be back in a couple of weeks' time. I'm a bit surprised as to why that whole situation took so long. Vlastelica was off the park, so the physio could have attended to him off the field, but I can only guess that because Urushevsky was given a yellow card, that's why Vlastelica was given the time to get himself back up on his feet. And Rashudo there went in a little dangerously. The chance is still there. De Oliveira's shot blocked. Clumsy there from Rashudo. Oh, it's a strong challenge from De Oliveira. But Rockdale come away with the ball. And it's spicy now as Danzo leads the counter. Has Skotadis in support, tries to flick it over Bailey Rule, and with the help of the wind, it almost worked out for him. Here's Najjar. The wind is absolutely berating us here now. Rashudo for Najjar, plays it forward to Skotadis, and the wind just takes the ball out of play. Goal kick for United. Ball forward for Ballard McBride, and Mulgrew, brave goalkeeping. Spotted the danger off his line early and came and collected. Constable. Rashudo sends it forward, looking for Najjar. Here is Skotadis in the box now, cuts it back, and again, The wind playing its part. Skotadis couldn't find the ball for Urushevsky. United had to clear it out, and now the home team have a corner here, which Chris McStay will deliver. The wind is going to make this very, very difficult for McStay to deliver into the box. Minutes in now. Rockdale with an opportunity to put Janjetovic under a little bit of pressure. Cross comes in. It's a good ball considering Janjetovic almost lost it there. He had the flight of the ball covered until the direction slightly changed. But the experienced goalkeeper managed to pluck it out of the air. And now United are on the attack through De Oliveira. Najar sticks a foot out. Constable's pass is off straight into the feet of De Oliveira, who turns one way then the other and combines with Milicevic. De Oliveira, cross goal, saved by Mulgrew, and Ballard McBride with an air swing. Completely got his bearings wrong, and De Oliveira holds his head in his hands. Throw taken, and a risky throw. They've given the ball away, have United. The Kings throw straight into the midfield. And now Urushevsky driving on. And touched there by McGing. It'll be another corner for Rockdale. Chance now for Rockdale. Second corner of the afternoon. McStay to deliver once more, this time an outswinger. Going toward Najar, who rose well, and now cleared by De Oliveira. Danzo back for Sorge. Cross comes in. Headed away by McGing. Now Ballard McBride battling away, but manages to come away with it. I was going to say he lost it, and McStay will get a yellow card now as well. Silly from McStay. Good call from the referee. Wells. Square for Milicevic, read by Skotadis, who releases Urushevsky. And this time it holds up in the wind as Urushevsky gets in the area and just lost control. And again, going in late there. I think hearts were in mouths on the Rockdale bench. Half shouts from United's players for the referee to pull out the yellow card there, and that would have been good night for Alek Urushevsky. He needs to be careful because the Rockdale Ilinden marksman, as McStay gets his third corner in a short space of time. Cross goes in toward Urushevsky. Touched on by Tomilic, but still falls the way of the number 7, who turns Tomilic inside out. Urushevsky, a cross goal. Vlastelica blocks it out. Another corner. Paul D changes a kick taker. Moody and Najar will deliver an in-swinger. Putting Janjetovic under a little bit more pressure. Trying to be a nuisance in front of, as McStay heads it on. Falls here for Constable, and an air swing on his end now as well. And now United might be able to break here, but Najar, excellent recovery from Woody Najar. Got back and did enough. United could have been away on the counter had Najjar not worked back to win the ball. Still tying his laces up. Got caught in the studs of De Oliveira. Here's Constable looking for options. The committee, the Rockdale City Suns Ultras, start to make a bit of noise. The far right corner of the stand, the ground I should say. McStay under pressure from Maran Basic. Haven't seen him the last 10 or so minutes, been a bit quiet as Rockdale has started to take control of this game. The start was very frantic, neither side able to hold possession, and now Rockdale starting to take a bit of control. 10 minutes to go. And throw now, a long one incoming from Urushevsky. Cross comes in and it falls here for Najjar! Moody Najjar, what an opportunity on the edge of the area. Sends his volley over Ganjetovic's goal. What a chance for Rockdale, the best chance of the game so far. So he sends it long. Chalakian heads it forward and flicked on by Urushevsky for Skotadis, who'll keep it in. Urushevsky trying to sneak in at the back post. Chalakian unable to find Jerry Skotadis. Prosciutto. Get it on. Cleared away by Rule. Throw taken by Rule. Flicked on by Adam Basic, and Militric saw the gap and went for it but couldn't find the pass. And Constable gets there ahead of De Oliveira, and Ballard McBride into the back of Constable there. He gets the free kick. Sorge. Gets it back again. Prosciutto. Forward for Najjar. In a bit of trouble here with Wells. Paying close attention to him. Done well there, Najjar, and Chalakian unable to turn away from Tomilic as United now look to counter. Adam Basic had his back turned, stayed on side somehow. Short for Militric, nice combination. And Ballard McBride was looking for the cutback. Militric crossed in toward the centre. Rule gets that. Here's Ballard McBride looking to backheel it as Militric drives forward. Falls to Tomilic, and that effort well over the bar from Tomilic. Prosciutto and Juric having a few words there. Ante Juric, usually a cool, calm customer. Sort of offense to Prosciutto's words, and weren't very kind, I can say that. Don't blame him. As Constable hacked from behind by Milicevic. Ends up getting the whistle. Definitely level starting to rise here a little bit at Ilinden. Chalakian gives the ball away, uncharacteristic for him, and look how many white shirts there are streaming forward. Mason Wells on the ball, still Wells, given space to shoot, and straight down the guts of Mulgrew, who holds well. Connected well there, did Mason Wells, but too close to Ronan Mulgrew. Chalakian. Rockdale coming away with the ball there. It was a tight area as Constable's allowed to turn. Finds Danzo. Now Chalakian. Talk about not seeing Arambasic much in the latter stages of this one, but Oliver Puffler has hardly got a mention all game. Most of the action has been on this near side. Cross comes in, clearance not good enough. Najjar, head up, and again, ball given away as Prosciutto in a foot race here with Arambasic now. And Najjar back again to defend. Foul goes against Prosciutto though. Free kick for United. We slowly approach half-time. Still scoreless here at Ilinden Sports Centre. There have been goals at Barton Park as the wind almost creates a real problem for Rockdale, and still not done here as Mulgrew goes down. Falls for Wells, and what a block from Prosciutto. Excellent work from him. And that was a dangerous sequence there for Rockdale. Just showing how much havoc the wind is actually causing here. Here's Chalakian. Plays it in for Skotadis, and what a save! But the flag's raised. But still, Vedran Janjetovic, with what would have been one of the saves of the season, somehow kept that Skotadis effort out, even though the flag was raised. United survived there. A couple late chances at either end. As I said though, I keep repeating myself, but the conditions are so difficult to play good football in. That's why we haven't seen a lot of chances. To into the 45th minute, the fourth official preparing the board to let us know how much additional time will be played at the end of the first 45. Ballard McBride comes central to pick up the ball, spreads it wide for Rule. Cuts in, finds the pass to Ballard McBride with a good challenge there in midfield. Pufflet to Urushevsky. And Skotadis again can't get there. The wind just taking the ball out. There'll be 3 minutes of time, a minimum of 3 minutes of time added on.
3 minutes. Time added on.
At the end of this first 45 minutes. Olivera closed down by Pufflet on the far side. McGing sends it forward and Adam Bashic all alone brings that down. Here's Rule. Rule again. Oliveira can hit it from distance, instead finds the pass for Ballard McBride, and Mulgrew with a double save. Great keeping from the youngster. Made the first save and was quick enough to get back up and do it again. Ball given away there so cheaply by Chris McStay. Here's Wells now, one-on-one with Najjar, and Najjar Militrovic. Wells ran out of space. Throwing for Rockdale. Flicked on by Chalakian. Burushevsky straight through the back of Rule. Bit of afters there as well. Vastelitz asking how many fouls before Urushevsky's shown a second yellow. He's got to be careful. Does the Rockdale captain. It wasn't a yellow card offence, but needs to be careful. As De Oliveira sends it forward, headed on. Sorge clears away, and Urushevsky can't bring it down. Now Rule. De Oliveira has Urushevsky close proximity. Tomilic back for Vlasic. Now Vlastelica. Look at the space for De Oliveira. I think that's where the ball was intended for, but again, just didn't quite get it right. And that is the end of the first half. We haven't seen any goals in the first 45 minutes. There's been an opportunity at 2 at either end, but neither goalkeeper having to pick the ball up of their own net just as yet. After the first 45, it's Rockdale Ilinden 0, Sydney United 0.
All the kids for the 17 will be ready for the line chase.
And we're back here at Ilinden Sports Centre for the second half. It's been a very difficult first 45 minutes where the weather and the wind have played havoc. Neither side able to open the scoring, and we've had a substitution as well at the break. Finn Ballard McBride replaced by Mario Chabot for Sydney United. So just the one change at the break that comes for the visiting side. As I said, the conditions made for a very, very difficult opening half of football. The wind has somewhat calmed down at the moment. The sun's out now. It's quite cold here as well at Ilinden Sports Centre as McStay has a go early on and straight into the hands of Janjetovic. Headed on by Adam Basic, but only as far as a waiting Blake Prosciutto. Militric blocks the pass there of McStay. Forward for Chalakian. Tomilic in a tangle. Free kick goes the way of United as Chabot gets his first touch. Mario Chabot, who missed last week's game against RPA Leichhardt after having a car accident on Friday afternoon. Got a few minutes in the cup midweek. Towards the end of the game there. Good for 45 minutes. Important player to Ante Juric and Sydney United. Vlastelica, good ball forward for Milicevic. In support is Carlos De Oliveira. Through the legs there, Milicevic of Danzo has his shot straight into the head of Sorge, who goes down, and immediately action stopped for Sorge to receive some treatment, but fine footwork there from Aiden Milicevic. Put the ball in between the legs of Danzo. And his goal-bound shot blocked in the end by Sorge. He's now receiving a bit of attention. As mentioned earlier, if you've missed it early on in the broadcast, Rockdale, a must-win for them. If they don't pick up the 3 points here, they can drop 6 points behind the league-leading Northwest Sydney Spirit. And United at the other end, well, if they lose, they'll stay outside of the top six, somewhere where they've been pretty comfortable for a while this season. Meanwhile, at Plume Park, Sydney FC has doubled their advantage. They now lead 2-0 against Central Coast Mariners. RPA have managed to find 2 second-half goals and lead against Mount Druitt. St. George are ahead against Blackdown by 2-1. Jetic rolls the ball out to Vlastelica. Sends it long, searching for Adam Basic. Prosciutto heads away. Throws well. Here's Constable. Late challenge there from Chabot and Constable. away by McStay. McGing lifts it forward. Prosciutto. His clearance is blocked by De Oliveira, but he can't get there. Taken short there with Adam Basic. Very close to Prosciutto. Good defending from Tomilic. Ball will work the way of Rockdale as McStay gallops forward. Back for Constable. What about the cross? Comes now. Takes a deflection. And they'll get the corner. Rockdale. First of the second half. As the committee find their voice once more. Corner now to come in from Moody Najjar. Ball in toward the near post. It was sneaking inside as Shabal clears this one out of the stands. And Urushevsky will deliver a long throw. Here's McStay, still Chris McStay. The ball fell the way of Urushevsky, who was in an offside position. Mitrovic is all alone here if he can be spotted by a teammate. Went the other way though, did United. Right, it's a late tackle on the far side. That'll be a yellow card for Tomilic. Chalakian looked on his way before Tomilic stepped across and slid in a little late. Now McStay will deliver this one into the box. We're pushing and shoving on the edge of the area. Cross comes in from McStay, headed away by Adam Basic, falls to Constable. Chose not to have a shot there. Instead, restart and prepare another attack. Militrovic tried to feed the ball forward for Adam Basic. Tomilic gets it back, plays it wide for McGing. Militrovic in support, picks it up, Shabal making the forward run. Instead, all the way back for Tomilic. Good tackle from Shabal, from McStay. Constable finds Chalakian. Tomlic has done a good job on Chalakian so far, but well, perhaps need to watch his step now that he's got a yellow card. Shooter in the thick of all the push and shoves so far. Here's McStay. Forward, good pass for Chalakian. Holds up in the wind, and Chalakian, excellent turn, goes down. And Chalakian is absolutely livid with that decision, and I have to say I almost completely agree with him there. I'm unsure how that wasn't a foul on Chalakian, as United go the other way, and if they're to score from this, Rockdale will not be happy at all. Rashudo, experienced defending there, wins the goal kick for the home side. Ten goals Rockdale has conceded in their last 2 games. The other end, United has only scored in 2 of their last 5 games. Tomilic drives forward. Bailey Rule, I thought he got caught on it there, but did well to keep possession, and now Milicevic almost turning away. Vlastelica will need to retrieve to pick the ball up here. Looking for the switch. Finds De Oliveira. Still De Oliveira, but his pass is too far away from Marko Arambasic. Here's Chabal. His head up and puts it back out to Rule. Free kick goes the way of the visitors, to the disapproval of the home faithful. Here's McGing. Milicevic. Pufflet doing some defending and done more of that than what he has in the front third so far in this game. Chabal feeds the ball through for Arambasic, but Sorge defended well. Pufflet leaves it for McStay. Chalakian and Danzo. Similar to the first half, lots of possession given away, and Arambasic almost driving beyond Rashudo. And Rashudo holding off Wells. McStay's pass finds Chalakian. Najjar picks it up now off Constable. They combine. And Urushevsky did enough there to get the better of Rule with a bit of a shimmy with the body. Didn't quite take the ball in his stride. Constable. Down went McGing, and no whistle came. Cross comes to Urushevsky, brings it down, lays it off for Chalakian. And Glasek blocks the shot. Didn't quite get the connection he would have desired there, Brendan Chalakian. Here's McStay. Clips it in, and Janjetovic comfortably claims. Chalakian again, growing into the game. Pufflet feeding in Urushevsky. Urushevsky! Just wide of the target. Blasted that one toward goal. Chalakian involved once more. And Pufflet involved as well. He's hardly seen the ball in front areas. This time more advanced and feeding a good pass in for Urushevsky. His effort just wide of the goal. It's better from the home team. Here's Vlastelica. Sent forward toward Adam Basic. Sword just out-muscles him there. Couldn't find the pass though. For Skotadis. And Rule now driving forward. Shabao finds Adam Basic. Clipped over the top by De Oliveira, and Ajar needs to get his bearings right, and he did so. Shooted that one over the line. Goal kick taken quickly now. You can feel the urgency now starting to come into play for Rockdale. Playing the ball much quicker. Rashudo drives forward into the feet of Urushevsky. Danzo for Constable. Not a lot of width here for Rockdale. McStay comes into that central area and really closes the wide spaces down, but they found some space in the box for Chalakian. It's good defending from United there. Now Rashudo. McStay offering some width this time. Cross comes in, great ball, and with the wind blowing from left to right, it almost took the ball into the top corner. Late whistle comes there for the foul on the far side on Rule. And we'll get a change now. Luke Jovela prepares to come on for Sydney United. I believe this will be a straight swap with Adam Basic. And it is Adam Basic that'll be replaced. Jovela will come on in his place. Adam Basic not as involved as he was last week. And Jovela gets a chance now to continue some goal-scoring form for him. It's as though he likes to score against Northern Tigers. And Urushevsky almost intercepting that pass. It's put United under pressure. Somehow they've managed to keep the ball in. Not for long though.
Substitution for Sydney United. 28 Marko Arabasic being replaced.
Sydney United still have Tomislav Ozanic, Richie Darko, Josip Podlovic and Michael Pratežina on the bench. Rockdale have Hunter Elliott, James Nikolovsky, Daniel Djurovic, Stephen Krizis, Paul Kalamvokis and Matthew Karamalevsky on the bench. Ball comes in, lead away by Milicevic. And Jovela straight into the action. Goes down after the challenge there from McStay. Here's De Oliveira. Looks to be trying to sport some sort of a mullet. I have to admit, not one of the better ones I've seen. I'm sure he likes it though. He's almost stolen there. Ball forced to Milicevic. Back for Shabao. Cut across goal and cleared by Sorge. was a good opportunity for the visitors. Perhaps will be disappointed they didn't get a shot off that goal at least. Tomilic back into toward the middle where De Oliveira was, but now Pufflet loses out. De Oliveira dances over the ball, gets it out to Milicevic. His Rule gets his header. Bailey Rule forces Mulgrew into a save, tips it over the bar. Corner for the visitors. If I'm not mistaken, this will be the first corner of the second half for Sydney United. As the wind once more picks up here now. Halfway through the second half. Cross comes in, Sorge heads away. Constable drops it for Urushevsky, that was neat. Now Chalakian and just lost his footing, but wins it back, and Urushevsky took his eye off the ball for a moment, and there was an error there by Alek Urushevsky, as Najjar now sees the space and tried to exploit it. I think Urushevsky may just have hurt his quad here. Hunter Elliott is being prepared to come on for the home side. Shabao goes one-on-one with McStay. Still Shabao, Chalakian back to help. Too many white shirts around Shabao. As Milicevic has a go from distance, but sprays it wide of the target. The wind is absolutely battering here from all angles. I'm sure you can hear it in our microphones. Rockdale was about to make a change. Referee, though, for some reason, played on. I believe that Pufflet will be coming off, and I'll suggest that Elliott will come to right back. McStay will slot into his central midfield role. Lockie Constable will come back out to the right side, operate as an attacking winger. Constable looking for Rashudo, finds him. And Rashudo now sees the space, driving forward, trying to combine with Urushevsky, and it almost worked out in the end. Wasn't quite conventional, but in the end it wouldn't have mattered. As Najjar continues his run, and Janjetovic, cat-like reflexes, so quick off his line, the veteran, out of retirement, but not out of form. How about that from Vedran Janjetovic? We'll get a change from United as well. Michael Platezina will come on. Big Rapson, this youngster from Canberra. He'll replace Aidan Milicevic for Sydney United. Hunter Elliott on to replace Oliver Pufflet. We'll see if that tactical change happens now. Shabao can't find the pass for Juvela. Here is Urushevsky. Urushevsky across goal, force for Rashudo. Still alive for Rockdale. The shot comes just wide. It was Jerry Skotadis. Saw his effort go inches wide of the post. It looked as though United had dealt with the threat. Ball fell to Jerry Skotadis, and his effort goes just wide of Janjetovic's goal. Goal kick taken by Janjetovic. It looks as though Elliott has gone to right back, but I think McStay may have pushed higher. And Constable, for the moment at least, staying central. Good challenge there from McStay. Chalakian sees Urushevsky one-on-one here with Glasek. Bailey Rule trying to get back. Urushevsky clips it across goal, cleared away by McGee. And Rashudo strong there in the challenge with Juvela. Turn away there from Skotadis, and the ball into the box, into the hands of Janjetovic. Space now for Wells. Haven't seen a lot of him in the second half either. McGee lost that one in the wind. Here's McStay. Back for Elliott. Rashudo. Good pass by Najjar for Chalakian. And Chalakian has a go, takes a deflection. And he sorted his feet out so well there, Janjetovic, to dive the other way. The deflection came late, but the keeper once more up to the task. Another fine save, fine reflexes from Vedran Janjetovic. Here's Shabao for Wells. Searching for the run of Rule. Come all the way to the left wing from right back. If United are unable to find the goal, it'll go 6 games without a win. If Rockdale are unable to find 3 points here, well, I'll go to 3 games without a victory in a very important time of the season. Crunch time, really. Nice turn there from Elliott. Pass from McStay was blocked by Wells. Chalakian trying to head that one on. Comes off Tomilic. Stanzo back for Sorge. We talk about the top 4 and how close it is for the fight for the premiership, but the fight for finals football as well. Really being battled between 3 teams as Skotadis takes it in and has a shot blocked. Lots of blocked efforts for both sides. Taken early by Elliott. Takes it back off Chalakian. McStay. Here's Elliott again. Deflects back to McStay. Cross comes in, decent ball to a decent area. And almost falling the way of Urushevsky. And look at the numbers United have here. If they can get the ball out, but they can't. Now they do. But Wells had already turned his back on it. Sydney FC have extended their lead to 3-0 against the Central Coast Mariners. Apia have completed their game. They take a 2-0 win home to Lambert Park. That victory pushes them into second place on goal difference ahead of the Marconi Stallions now. Who drop from first to third as Juvela has an effort. Takes a deflection off Sorge and goes out for a corner. St. George Saints now 3-2 against Blacktown. Goals galore there. There have been goals everywhere this afternoon, bar here at Ilinden Sports Centre. Will we see one soon? That's the question. As United now look to create the corner of their own. Classic the target, that's where the ball goes, but judged to have been a foul on Mulgrew. It was a good ball in. And with Vlasic at the far post, it was a dangerous situation for Rockdale. McStay, early pass for Constable. Elliott, Danzo, back for McStay. Throw in for Rockdale. The wind is relentless here. It's making it so hard to commentate. I can imagine how hard it is to play. Here's Danzo. Now Constable. Prosciutto, Rovella, good defending from him. Five games remain in the competition after this round of action. As we said earlier, Rockdale travel to Wanderers Football Park next week to take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. And they're at home to the Mariners. They travel then to Sydney Olympic before hosting Manly United and finishing their season here as the away team though against Sydney FC. Sydney United have 2 games at home in a row. St George and Blacktown both come to United Sports Centre in consecutive weeks. Before they're on the road to Popondetta Park to take on Mount Druitt. And Sydney Olympic come to town in a NSL derby game. And finally, Sydney United finish off their season at St George. No touch there off Elliott, says the assistant referee. And McStay can't keep that in. McStay now battling away. Wells rides the challenge, comes away with the ball, finds the feet of Shabal. Tomilich's pass is a tough one for Vlasic. Had to work hard to get there because Skotadis was working hard to come across, and had he pinched that, United would have been in a bit of a defensive pickle. Elliott. Back for Danzo. Now a shooter. Skotadis and Danzo combined. Cross comes in. May have taken a deflection. It did. Be a corner for Ilinden. As the Ilinden chants ring out around Ilinden Sports Centre, and Richie Darko is being prepared to come on, I believe in place of Mason Wells. McStay will deliver the corner, testing one now for Janjetovic, no doubt. Cross comes in, it's a great ball in, and it's well taken by the United keeper, who looks to release Chabal early. Something's happened off the ball there. Michael Vlasic went down. And that change will happen now. Wells comes off. Richie Darko comes on. Richie Darko arrived at United from Northwest Sydney Spirit. Formerly at United's great rivals, the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Now calling United Sports Centre home. Darko heads it forward. Chabal can't turn away from Danzo, comes away with the ball. Definitely fouled there was Chabal. It took a while for the whistle to come. Free kick now for United. Time to test. Ronan Mulgrew again. Of course, Soros unavailable through a calf injury. The youngster's done a stellar job so far this afternoon, but has to contend with a dangerous ball now into the box, especially with the conditions as difficult as they are. Pratejina came there to stand next to De Oliveira, but's been told to move away. As De Oliveira crosses in, it's a good ball, and Mulgrew confident again. Claims well. Would have got the free kick had he spilled that ball, but still managed to hold on to it. Had a good performance as Ronan Mulgrew. And Skotadis gets it out to Najjar. Juvela hasn't had a great afternoon since coming on. Blake Rashudo's done a great job on him. Here's De Oliveira. Chabal. Back to Glasic and lifts this one high. Juvela has the height, but Sorge comes away with the ball, and now Rockdale could launch something here. Not enough red and black shirts streaming forward, but can he find one of those? And he did, but Skotadis couldn't take it in his stride. Juvela puts it on, but no one there in support. Here's Elliott. Gets the ball back from Constable. McGinn closes him down. Danzo for Najjar. Danzo closed down by Chabal. Finds a space for Constable, who's encouraged to run at the United defence, crosses into the box, cleared away by Vlastelica. And Juvela gets it out to Chabal, runs forward here from Pratejina. And Michael Pratejina now in the area for United. Gets it out to, well, he tried to get it out to Darko, but what a good game Moody Najjar's had as a defender. Fantastic performance. And Constable lifts it over Tomilic. It's beyond Chabal. Feeds in Skotadis now. Here is Chalakian, and they'll get a corner. Here's another chance. And they'll make a change now. Rockdale, Vedran Jaganets calling the fourth official to make the change for the corner. Because Matthew Karamalevsky has a bit of height about him. Can head a ball and will most definitely be a threat from this corner. This could prove to be a masterstroke from the Rockdale Ilinden coaching staff. And McStay will deliver the corner again. Ball comes in toward the far post. Tomilic heads away. Danzo back to Urushevsky. Cross comes back, but it's weak from the Rockdale captain. Gets the ball back again though. Chalakian stayed in. Here's McStay. Jar wants to play it early. Jar battling away with Rule. Will take a corner, gets it. McStay will deliver once more. Can he get one in the end of a teammate's head? Corner comes in again to the far post, headed back across goal. Chelena attempt there, and it's gone wide. Scissor kick from Najjar, spectacular, but didn't work out. And Urushevsky having words with Janjetovic, I think. Just to confirm, Karamalevsky came on in place of Lockie Constable. And just lapping up the booze, he loves it. Very used to this is the veteran goalkeeper. Tomilic plays it forward. Here's Shabao. Back for McGing. Read by Elliott. And he manages to keep the ball only just. And Karamalevsky, good feet from him. Urushevsky wanted to play it, but not enough oomph behind that pass with the left foot. As Juvela turns away. There was a foul there by Rashudo. Whistle not blown, and Urushevsky might just keep that in. He does. Looking for options in the box. He clips it over to the far post and no one there. Here's Karamalevsky, tries the back heel. Quick throw to McStay. And Shabao wins it off him. And now Shabao driving forward. It's 3v3 here. Juvela. As the Rockdale defenders return. Darko just gets it out to Tomilic. De Oliveira, Bailey Rule overlapping. Uses Prateshina instead. And blocked there by Rashudo. Oh, it's end to end now. Elliott, no options, taken out late there by Vlastelica and told to get up by the referee. Approaching the 90th minute. Still no goals. The result stays as is. Rockdale will drop 5 points behind the league leading Spirit. United will fall out of the top 6. Chalakian for Karamalevsky. As Vlastelica does very well to drive forward there. Now Shabao. Forward for Juvela. And Mulgrew again off his line quickly to gather that one. Here's Danzo now. McStay. McStay unsure what to do with that ball. Gives it away. Shabao can't get on the end of that pass. Well defended by Sorge. And now Scottadis driving forward. Skotadis goes for a goal and sends it over. Urushevsky wanted it played to feet. Skotadis went for the shot instead. And doesn't test Vedran Janjetovic. Janjetovic will get things restarted. Bit of head tennis here from both teams. Ball falls for Danzo, who lifts it up again. Darko gets there ahead of Elliott.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes time.
3 minutes of time added on. Here at Ilinden Sports Centre. We've already had 45 seconds of that. Took the fourth official a bit of time to put the board up. I'm sure we'll get an extra 30 seconds or so after the injury to Danzo. I have to play with 10 men for a moment here, Ilinden. And it's gotten so much colder here now since the sun has disappeared. And Danzo's back on now. Played forward. Vlasic reads that. Sends it back the other way. Shooter's been everywhere. Here's Urushevsky. And Tomilic. Good defending from him. Elliott. Chabal. Hungry. Wins the ball back. Given one to chase for Darko. Sword should see this over the line. He doesn't. It'll win a throw. Here's Karamalevsky, flicks it on. Falls for Pratezhina. And well recovered there from Skotadis. And now one to chase for Urushevsky. This will hold up in the wind, and Janjetovic gets the clearance right. Had to. Last chance perhaps for Rockdale now. We're into the last 20 seconds of the allocated 3 minutes, and of course it is a minimum of 3. Long throw now from Urushevsky. Comes into the area, Karamalevsky under it, headed away by Darko. Danzo, one last opportunity. Will they get it, the home team? Elliott gets there first. Urushevsky won't get there. Go out for a throw. It's up to the referee's discretion now. Taken early. Elliott closed down by Chabal. And now United can break the other way. Played behind Juvela, but still, look how many white shirts there are in the attacking phase. And Juvela can't get the pass out. Excellent work from Moody Najjar. He's probably been Rockdale's best player and perhaps the man of the match. An excellent performance from him. This will be the last play, I'd say. Can United steal it at the death? Pratezhina! Just wide of the target. The youngster almost wins it at the death as the referee brings this one to a close here at Ilinden Sports Centre. No goals after 90 minutes. a fiery contest ends in a scoreless draw in some very, very difficult conditions at Ilinden Sports Centre. Full time here, Rockdale Ilinden 0, Sydney United 0.